Today's question is, can I use my Cricut machine to cut fabric for sewing projects? This is the Creative Crafters Podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. Now, that is a really good question if you can cut fabric, and the short answer, of course, is yes, you can cut fabric with your Cricut machine, and they are absolutely wonderful about cutting fabric, and it is a great way to do quilting as well, because you can cut all the small pieces that you want right with your Cricut machine. So beyond traditional materials like paper and vinyl, Cricut machines are equipped with something called a rotary blade that can handle fabric cutting. Now, that rotary blade is specifically for fabric, and of course you also have a fabric blade as well, and that is generally in pink, so either or will work. But if you have a Maker 3, of course you can use your rotary cutting tool, and that works beautifully. It'll cut circles, it'll cut triangles, it'll cut anything that you want. Just be careful with really intricate designs. But before you begin, you remember you've got to properly prepare your fabric, because you want that fabric to have a stabilizer so it's not going to stretch or distort during cutting. Now, Cricut sells some fabric samples so that you can play around with the machine first to find exactly how it's going to work for you. So it can cut various fabrics, don't worry about that, but it will cut cotton, felt, fleece. Now, I quite often use mine for cutting felt, and cotton, of course, if I'm adding little touches to different designs. Now, loading and settings, you just load the fabric into the machine, and usually on a pink mat, that is the fabric mat, and then you select the appropriate settings and let Cricut do all the rest. That's all the cutting. Now, you can use it for cutting out appliques, quilt blocks, or intricate embellishments, and I mentioned intricate may be a little more difficult with fabric, but it does work. And of course, you're going to save a lot of time and precision with your Cricut machine, because it saves time and effort, especially for complex or repetitive designs, and it'll deliver professional looking results. Now, I want to encourage you as a sewerist to give Cricut Machine a try for enhancing your projects. And remember, yes is the answer. It will cut fabric. This has been the Creative Crafters Podcast, and your questions answered.